hope you're doing good. So just got back from my little drive. I like to take small breaks during the day just to get myself inspired again, to get myself re-energized. And there's nothing that re-energizes me like driving 500 horses, okay? I think it's Naval Ravikant who said that you need to become a sprinter and not like a marathon runner, right? Because business is not about, of course you need to be consistent over a long period of time, but the truth is even within like that long period of time where you're working, building something amazing, you're not necessarily working like 9 to 5 for a year or 2 or 3 and then somehow you build a successful thing. It's like, it's just a bunch of little sprints that are stacked a day after another that end up creating something pretty big, right? So you got to really work really hard, intense, with a lot of intensity, and then take a break, just take a break from the thing, right? And then be inspired again and then go back to intensity, right? But anyway, the reason why I wanted to make this quick video because I talked about this during my call today on Monday within members of the program, within the Half a Mil program. I like to discuss things that I'm learning, right? And one of the things that I actually sent an email about this today was yesterday Hormozi made a post about, he made a post about this new form of wealth creation, which is the billionaires of today, the Kylie Jenner, Mr. Beast, Kanye West, The Rock. All these people are becoming billionaires not because they're the smartest people, not because they have the most amount of capital that they can leverage. Let's say Berkshire Hathaway, like the Warren Buffetts of the world. No, they're none of that, right? They're not even the smartest people out there, but they're still able to create more wealth than anyone has ever done it before, or like they're able to do it in a shorter time span, right? And the reason to that is because they've been able to control the most scarce resource of all nowadays, which is attention, right? And I was telling my clients, for those who don't know, I help businesses scale, agencies, high ticket service businesses, I build client acquisition infrastructures, and lately one of the biggest things that I've added within our roadmap to scaling is building a YouTube channel, posting content frequently on that channel, right? Most people, I think that within our program, we've probably created more YouTubers in the last 90 days than all the programs out there, at least in something that isn't related to a YouTube program, right? But a lot of my clients are all I'll show you guys another day because I don't want to add the friction to editing this video, but you have a channel specific to engagement, right? Where every client every day creates a YouTube piece of content and they share it, and then we engage with it, and then we help it get more visibility, right? But let me read this email that I sent because it's really good, right? So essentially, Hormozi was describing the fact that there is a new and easier lever to pull to become a billionaire. Something that is permissionless, something that doesn't require much labor or much labor force or much capital. And that is branding and leveraging media to control attention, right? And the other day, funny enough, because Hormozi talks about Mr. Beast, but I was reading the other day that, one second, I'm gonna turn on the lighting, or is it good? Okay, I'll finish it that way. I don't need to change the lighting. But I saw the other day that a billionaire had paid Mr. Beast $250,000 to make a 60-second video for his son. I'm not sure about you, but maybe you're into business and maybe you're selling your services, your time for money, but in order for me to make $250,000, like I have to help so many people. I need such a big operation to solve the problems that, that people would be willing to exchange capital with me, right? So it's like, it's insane. They didn't offer him $500. They did not offer him $5,000, $10,000, $50,000, even $100,000. They offered him $250,000, right? That's pretty insane, right? And the beautiful thing about building a brand, and this is really the key secret or bond, why it's so important to build a brand and an audience and controlling people's attention, right? Is the fact that when you've built a brand, it transcends the notion of value, right? Like, you know how when you're when you're even, let's take the example of Hormozy. In his book around the $100 million offer, he's talking about all these, price to value discrepancy, the fact that you should add this, your pricing model, all this stuff. But the truth is, the success that he's seeing today has nothing to do with the stuff that he wrote in that book. You know what I mean? It actually goes, it's like, it doesn't follow the script. It's like made up stuff, right? Because you can't. And the reason as to why it transcends the notion of value is because it taps into our emotions and our basic desire for love, for belonging, and wanting to belong to something bigger than ourselves, right? That's why people are willing to pay $250,000 for just 60 seconds, a 60-second video for their son. Right? Because the love they have for their son has no price. If you, like, let's say the car that I bought is 103 grand, I spent 103 grand. It took me a second to make that decision, right? But try to sell me a service for 100 grand. It will probably take me a month to make a decision, right? But for anything I love, for anything that I admire, for anything that I want to have, I'm willing to spend as much money, right? Now, what does this have to do with you running a business? And what does it have to do with, with my content and that I'm pushing out? Well, let me tell you this, right? If you're currently aiming to build a 7, 8-figure, 9-figure business, and you're not figuring out a way to consistently put out content online to like build an audience and control people's attention, I promise you that you will never hit the mark where you're like, wow, I didn't know. You'll never experience real freedom, because real freedom is you tap into real freedom when people are willing to trade money to just be able to experience you as a person, your services, your products. They don't need the sales script, right? They don't need a pitch. They don't need a price anchoring. They don't need, hey, this is the price is only going to be this amount, or there's going to be a price increase in 5 days. No, they don't need all those tactics. Just give them the opportunity to transact with you, and they'll do it because they genuinely want to do it, right? So for me, one of the biggest things that I'm getting my clients to do is, guys, figure out a way to build an audience and figure out a way to own attention, right? The reason why, so I think the first 7 days of this month, we generated over 100 grand, right? The reason why I was able to generate 100 grand in the week is not because I know better outreach strategies. It's not because my closers got a lot better. No. That has nothing to do with that. It has something to do with the fact that I actually have leverage when it comes to attention. I can make a simple video like this one, put out an offer, something that people actually would benefit from, and all I need to do is convert 5 to 10 people on that video, which will be seen by 500,000 people, and I'll make 100 grand, right? So it's like, this is a better skill to have than anything, in my opinion. Being able to build an audience by giving them what they need, giving them something to consume, something that they can benefit from, right? And monetizing it down the line, right? It's the same reason why we pay Facebook, right? We're paying Facebook as a platform, or Meta, because they have the audience that we need. They can give us the ability to control, to capture people's attention by giving them money, right? It's literally the best business model. It's like, with one button click and a few dollars spent, you can control attention. You can generate attention to whatever thing you want, right? Now imagine if you never needed TikTok. If you didn't, or when I say TikTok, you didn't need TikTok ads. Imagine if you didn't need YouTube ads. Imagine if you didn't need Facebook ad, and you generally had the skill to be able to generate attention for your offer from nothing, without having to pay for it, right? That's why everyone is pushing to, I've made a few videos right now about this topic again and again, but I'll keep repeating it until you guys really understand it, right? Like, we're at a point where the people who will really be building 8, 9-figure businesses effortlessly and sustaining it, right, are the people who can build an amazing audience and control people's attention, right? So right now, that's why I'm making this video, right? So I'm practicing what I preach. Look at the consistency of my content. And yeah, this is literally the secret, right? I know people who make more money than me without providing more value. That's the craziest thing. But the reason why they're making more money than me while still providing less value is because they've mastered the art of getting people to pay attention to them, right? And that skill is a 8-figure, 9-figure skill set, guys. It's insane, right? So whatever you need to do, get on it, right? Because, you know, is the only way to actually be able to free yourself from all the work, from all the hustle, right? Now, one thing that I need to mention is that October 31st will be the last day of our incentive-based pricing for our program. So if you've been, you know, looking to work with us, if you've already been on a call, this is especially for people who've already been on a call with my team. If you want to get the old price that we quoted you, get on a call ASAP. You'll find the link below. Get on a call ASAP, right? We'll not just focus on, you know, if you're not only looking to scale a business through better offers, right? Maybe you want to improve your offer, maybe you're struggling, you're facing resistance. If you want a better appointment setting workflow, if you want a trained team of setters, if you want a cold email build system that can generate 625 emails per day, like we'll literally train setters, put them in your company, we'll build a cold email system in 14 days that can send 625 emails per day. You mix that with the volume of your setters, which is around 300 a day, and you're doing 1,000 outreach per day, right? But that's not just all we'll be focusing on. We'll also be focusing on how can you become someone who can captivate people's attention out of thin air and actually get people to want to follow you, to want to like you, and to want to do business with you, right? But guys, pay attention to this, guys. You gotta be a great observer of the game. You gotta be able to take a step back. You gotta ask yourself, hey, why did Hormozi switch from just being a paid ads guru? Why is Grant Cardone so focused on content every day on his Instagram, always rolling, right? He's talking about stuff that has nothing to do with real estate, right? He's just generally, even if you look at his ads, Grant Cardone is not, his ad structure is not like, oh, you need a hook, oh, you need this, oh, you need this. No, he literally will put his video in front of you on my YouTube page, right? And all he will do is literally start talking. He has no like ad structure because he doesn't care about the ad structure. He just cares about you paying attention to him. If you see him enough times, you're going to want to do business with him regardless of if he made you such an amazing offer, or if he used this risk reversal strategy, or if he included a guarantee, or if he did some scarcity or urgency tactics. No, Grant does not do any of that because he doesn't care about that. All he needs is he needs to get out of obscurity. He needs people's attention being paid to him. You pay attention. That's the most important thing. You guys watching this video still is the most valuable thing that you guys can give me. Forget about the money. You paying attention to me with your life is it's like the second, like, let's wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These seconds, we cannot get them back. It's literally the most valuable thing in your life. It's your time. So no wonder people are becoming billionaires, because most of their stuff is being consumed online, right? That's exactly it. The scarcest resource is now the way you actually get wealthy. It's by leveraging. It's by being able to get people to give you the thing that they can't get more of, right? Now, before it used to be, hey, you can raise funds, you can raise capital, and you can go trade, and that would make you really wealthy. But now we're at a point where, with our brand, with our content, with our insights, with our knowledge, with our pictures on Instagram, with our TikToks with girls shaking their butts, just the fact that it can get you captivated about whatever they're doing will make them wealthy, because they control the thing that you can get more of, right? And it's actually really scary. It's scary. It's really scary, right? Because, yeah, Jesus Christ, it's actually scary what I just said. Because now people are getting rich from controlling your thing, your time, right? Isn't that crazy, guys? So instead of being the guy or the girl paying attention to other people, be the person who's controlling that attention and directing it to whatever thing you want. If you want to make 100 grand in a day, get 1,000 people, 100 people to opt in, 10 people to buy a $10,000 product, right? The reason why you can't get anyone to book meetings is because you can't captivate enough people's attention to lead them to the link to book a call, right? That's what you don't understand. It's like the fact that you can't book meetings has nothing to do with the fact that you don't know that you can do outreach on Instagram or cold email or LinkedIn or Facebook. It has all to do with the fact that you're not able to captivate enough people's attention, right? And that necessarily is not like a secret key activity that you can do and you will do it. It's like it comes from compounding your activities, becoming better, coming up with better content or angles or offers, and figuring out what the market is actually looking for, right? So guys, become better at leveraging attention and at really controlling it, because if you do, I promise you that you'll be able to write your own ticket. You want to make $1 million? Easy. You want to make $1 billion? You can get there too, by just looking at other people who have done it, right? But guys, if you need to scale your agency, if you need to scale your service-based business, although I'm talking about brand building and attention, you being able to control other people's attention, you still need a client acquisition infrastructure. And what I mean by that is you need setters, you need a cold email system, you need something running at the end of the day, generating attention through force. Content like this is power, where I can just put it out there and then it will literally just do its own thing. But in the background, I have 1,500 DMs being sent out every day for my own offers, right? I think I'm the one who sends. You're probably watching this video and you've probably gotten reached out to by my growth specialist like 5 times, right? But even though I understand the importance of leveraging content, productized stuff that can just scale easily, I still understand that I need to still get attention from using force, one DM at a time, or one automated DM, one automated email at a time. So if you don't have that, you still need outbound and you need inbound. So combine these both and then you become a master. But thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to work with me, book a call below. Have fun. Bye-bye.